No, they have sent your time to they got confused in one of my probably I have not explained that I have done. The second reason when I have saying I have not formatted the formatting means there. Yeah, yeah. But we in the first regular one has sent some 17 and regular two has sent some 18. I have all second division was mostly about format. When you try to pay some amount and get access to the account, nobody will say it. When somebody when they need that, the person very understand that the writer of the author has not Not a thing. Because you know what is the difference, right? Using experience. When you are doing the, and you get that data and in form of a bar diagram, so it's showing there. So it's the standard. All of it. When you put a data, how does it as far as I know, we even now this also is going
Yes, can we start? Hello,
Yes, sir.
everyone joined?
Few more to join. They'll join now. You can start, sir.
Okay. Uh, Probably in another 30 minutes, we'll finish the topic. Okay.
Okay.
And after this, you don't have any other sessions.
Okay.
Tomorrow you'll be on.
Okay.
Okay. So till now we discussed about factors affecting the efficacy of the disinfectants. Now we are going to discuss about cleaning and disinfection in practice. That means what and all the other factors or parameters to consider while using these disinfectants. So first and foremost, carefully choose the disinfectants. Okay. And why do we have to be very careful while choosing this disinfectants? Can you say, mention some?
So few um, uh, microorganism does not will not be able to.
Yes. Mode of action wise, we have to see to that the choice of disinfectants, whatever we are going to use, that should target our choice of interest. And also that should have proper safety guidelines or safety features, which is safe for human as well as for the environment. Okay. And there should be some proper usage in crucial for microbial reduction. The cleaning of disinfectants frequency methods should be written in procedures. Cleaning of equipments material should take place at the regular intervals. That means, like I discussed in the initial class, there is some separate SOPs. Okay, for use of or when you use certain instrument or when you use certain rooms, you are going to mention who uses this particular room during this time, right? You're going to mention your name, employee number, or your name, or your certain identification number, saying that I had used this facility during this time. When it comes to instrumentations, also you will be like grading it. Okay, like you are going to enter the information. So likewise, there should be some separate protocols or separate details mentioning the name of the disinfectants, the frequency method, and the procedures or the what is the time interval we have done that. Okay, and different training ensures different compliance as well as effectiveness. That means a clean log should be kept. Okay, to maintain the informations, and the disinfectants should be compiled with the agreed guideline, okay, such as EU GMP grade A and grade B, ISO 14644, class 5 and 7. Okay, that means it should meet its requirement. There is some guideline, right? When if I have to use this, if I want to use in normal room, like wherever you are sitting in auditorium, if I want to use some normal disinfectant for this particular room is that grade will be different. Like that kind of disinfectants will be different. If I want to use the same disinfectants in a sterile room or in a clean room, means the disinfectants will vary, right? That type of disinfectant should meet the required category or required guideline, which shows it can kill that particular type of organism. Like we discussed in our previous class and all, The disinfectants varies from species to species, and efficiency varies from like a type or a type of microorganisms and different types. So there should be different what is it use of disinfectants in to meet a different grade line. And now we'll discuss validation of disinfectants. Validation, what do you mean by validation? Can someone tell me validation?
A documented evidence that shows that the particular method or testing is
Yes,
proper.
yes, correct. In good manufacturing practices, such as use of this disinfectant, there are different organizations which issues guideline and standard for the disinfectant validation. And some of the organization include American Society for Testing and Materials, ASTM, and also AOAC, Association of Official Analytical Chemists International. Then BSI, British Standards Institution. TGA, Australian Therapeutic Goods Administration. Then USP, United States Pharmacopoeia. And these are the different organizations which issues different guidelines for the use of different disinfectants. That means it will give us some standard in what concentration the disinfectant it should be, in what concentration the dilution it should be. Then only the whatever the proper efficiency we can achieve. Okay. So, and how do we validate this? How do you know that whatever the disinfectants we are using is working well? How do you do that? See, example, in a clean room, how can you say that room is very sterile, free from any contaminations?
Oh,
By checking the
So
conditions or by checking its environment, right? Likewise, whatever the disinfectants we are using, how can we validate is by subjecting it for in different tests. When we subject it for different tests, based on the different test and result, we can say that this disinfectant shows different efficiency against different microorganisms. So the first and foremost is selection of disinfectant. The first step is selection of appropriate disinfectant based on the factors which we intend to use. Like I said, if we are going to use in a normal room is different, but we are going to use in different sterile room or a different clean room, that condition will be different. Okay. And also the compatibility and the regulatory requirement. And the second one is preparation of test sample. Then how are you going to prepare the test sample? How are you going to prepare the test sample? By inoculating surfaces with known quantity of organism, means I am going to check the efficiency against this particular disinfectant. Have you all done antimicrobial activity? Like, do you know what is meant by antimicrobial activity? Disk diffusion method, well diffusion method.
So
Yes, what that means?
the microbes won't grow in a particular area around that disc or antibiotic thing that we place in the media.
Yes.
Means resistance.
Yes, good. We are going to check, we are going to prepare some concentration. We are going to load that sample into the well. Okay. Then we are going to check its zone of inhibition, whether it shows any kind of sense, whether it shows any kind of resistance against any of the targeted pathogen or not. So here also, we are going to subject it for by means of inoculating the surface by known type of organism against our choice of disinfectants. And also, we are going to check the contact time. The test sample which are allowed to remain in a contact time with a different disinfectant, okay, by means of by analyzing their antimicrobial activity. Example, in a single plate, I'm going to leave it for just 30 seconds. In another upcoming gradual plates, I'm going to leave it for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, different time interval of time. Okay, I will be checking in which time of interval the concentration of organism gradually decreases. Have you all done what is that plate exposure method?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can someone tell me what is this plate exposure method? How do you do that?
We will expose the Nagar medium plate to the environment or wherever we want to check the
Yes.
organisms. We will expose that plate
What
for
will be the
a particular time.
time interval of this plate exposure? What is the time duration? Will the microorganism load if we expose the plate just like say 1 minute and the time duration for 30 minutes? Will the microbial load will be the same between the 1 minute and 30 minutes?
No, sir.
Yes. In the highest time interval of time, the load of the microorganism will be more, right? So likewise here also, we are going to check the contact time between the targeted pathogen as well as our disinfectants by checking its efficiency. Okay. So these are the different tests or these are the different parameters which we will use to validate or to check its efficiency against different pathogen. Okay. So, yes, the environmental monitoring. I guess yesterday I've done this monitoring of the organism or monitoring of the pathogen. So what do you mean by environmental monitoring? Environmental monitoring is nothing but which is shows the effectiveness of an agent. In our case, disinfectants, choice of interest, which shows effective against any of the environment, such as clean room or manufacturing facility, whatever it may be. So to check its efficiency, we are going to do some different tests. Like we discussed previously, one is cotton swab. So what is this cotton swab?
For surface sampling, we rub the cotton on the
Yes.
surface and we will streak it on the agar plates, media
Yes, correct.
plates.
After use of the disinfectants, after some particular period of time, we are going to check whether the use of this disinfectant has efficiently killed the microorganism or killed the pathogen or not by subjecting for different tests such as cotton swab. We are going to take some cotton swab. We are going to like take different samples either in the clean room or wherever you want it to be, either industrial plates or whatever. Then we are going to shrink the cotton swab in a desired plates. Then we are going to incubate. Then we are going to check the load of the microorganisms as well as the type of the microorganisms. Correct. Because once we expose the plates, once we inoculate the samples into the plate, we'll come to know what is the nature of the sample or what is the type of the organism which grows in that and what is the load, that means number. Okay. Can you please hold for 5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sorry for that. Yes. Yes. Often cotton swab. You understood cotton swabs, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Second one will be contact plates. The different types of plates will be exposed to different environments. So based on the exposure time and based on the type of the organism, as based on the environment which this plates is being subjected to, we can check its efficiency. Okay. So next one will be plating agar. Same thing. We are going to collect the sample. Then we are going to plate it on a nutrient or whatever the media it is required. Then we are going to incubate the sample. Then we are going to check its efficiency. Okay. So these are the different methods which we validate for the use of different disinfectants. So we have come to the end of the topic. Okay. Till now, I'm just going to just recall what and all the things we have discussed. First and foremost, we discussed about what is this disinfectants, the difference between cleaning, disinfectants, and sterilization. Then we discussed about what is the different types of disinfectants. That includes non-oxidizing, oxidizing. In non-oxidizing, we discussed about different category, different group of chemicals. In oxidizing, we discussed about different group, different chemicals. And we discussed about what are the different factors which affects the efficiency of these disinfectants. Then we discussed about different parameters which affects the efficiency of disinfectants. Then we discussed about validations and also the monitoring. Okay. So by this, we have come to the end of the session. So if anybody has any doubt, just let me know. And regarding this disinfectants, I referred one book, okay, that is called Disinfection, Sterilization and Preservation by Tim Sandel. It's a very good book. You will find almost most of the whatever the things you are discussing. No, everything you can find it here. So you please go through that book, and if you have any doubt or if you need any clarification, please feel free to ask me. Or if you don't have any doubts right now in upcoming classes also, you can clarify them. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
If nobody has any doubt, means we'll end the session today. Actually, today is we finished the session very early. It's just at 10:30, and as there is no any session in the afternoon, so you can leave. And tomorrow, as per the schedule, the session will start. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you, sir.
If anybody
Thank
has
you, sir.
any doubt,
Thank you,
just
sir.
let
Thank
me
you,
know.
sir.
Okay.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Thank
I'll
you,
provide
sir.
my
Thank you.
contact details. I'll provide my mail ID. You can feel free to mail me.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.